Good day, everyone. Welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. My name is Ubago, and with me once again is...
Megalomaniac. Hello, Internet.
Good day. So
We lied again.
Yeah. Last
Cryptic
time...
made us liars.
We did the sphere stuff in the Voth ground battle zone. This week we thought we were going to be doing the Undying Space battle zone, but Cryptic surprised us by releasing yet another featured episode. I am pretty happy about their new featured episode every 3 weeks structure.
Yeah, it gives us lots of interesting single-player content.
Yeah, it's especially interesting because clearly Cryptic decided that instead of just dumping all the missions when Season 10 launched, like they had in the past, they're going to do a slow rollout of them all and make each one its own event. And I think that's actually a better design because it makes each episode more special than if they were just like all released at once. And the regular release of content makes it seem like there is more stuff coming out for the game than there may otherwise be. Even if at the end of the day, like the total amount of content is unchanged, the fact that it's not dumping 10 missions on you now and then you're not doing anything for the next 6 months, the fact that it's a new mission every 3 weeks for that same time period makes the release, like, even if it's the same total amount of missions, it being spread out over that period makes it feel better for the average user.
It's a good marketing angle too, because it's like, oh hey, look, we have this new piece of content. Come check out the game.
Yeah.
As opposed to, and I say this, but I love the game, but I love Marvel Heroes, but it has not had any like real single player content that wasn't another character in quite a while.
Yeah, they've been like,
well, I shouldn't say single player, but like story content.
Yeah, they've been super heavy on like doing their events, and now it's not even new events. Like they're just playing the same events over again now.
Yeah, and they're constantly putting out characters, which is nice. But like, I think the last story content they did was probably when Thor: The Dark World came out. I could be wrong on that, but. Not counting the raid stuff.
There was something after that, but yeah, like they haven't done. I'm actually pretty sure that they haven't actually done any real expansion of their content since they announced the second advance pack.
Yeah, and well, I think they did something like tiny for Age of Ultron, but it's not.
They
more story stuff. It's just kind of like raids.
The Age of Ultron thing was another event, I thought. But okay. I'll let.
And
that,
I'm not saying it's.
If they added a new event, then I will let that be a addition.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad, but and because every time they add a new character, that is a new piece of gameplay to try out.
Yeah.
But say if I only like playing like one or two characters, not a ton for me to do. So
yeah, we should play more of that game.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
We could record some of it.
Yeah, we could.
And I could flood everyone here with my super geeky Marvel Comics knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it if we had maybe one or two other guys that wanted to play with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would be fine with doing another video series. And there's a lot of characters in that game I would like to put more time into.
And you own like all of them?
I actually do own all of them. I confirmed that the other day.
And you don't know half of them? No, I'm just kidding. Actually...
I know at least 75% of them.
Okay. Yeah, someone mentioned the other day, like... Oh, who was it? Songbird's rumored to be in that game. Like, they are really far down on this, like...
Actually,
notable characters list. They're throwing out Songbird, who is
I think there's actually only 2 characters that I possess that I can justifiably say that I'm not entirely sure who they are. Like, everyone else, I at least know who they are in a vague sense.
Yeah.
And I know one of them is Moon Knight.
Moon Knight's Batman.
Okay.
I am dramatically oversupplying, and if any Moon Knight fan out there hears this, they're going to be really mad at me, but...
I can't remember what the second one is. It might have just been Moon Knight, because it's... To be fair, the guys at Gazillion have at least been making sure that the majority of the characters that they've added have been, if not necessarily obscure, not that unheard of.
Yeah, that's right. I actually someone
think...
mentioned Songbird, who's like a C-list Captain America villain, I think.
I mean, yeah,
turned
in terms
member
of
the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, like in terms of the villains, they actually have done some deep dives. Yeah. But when it comes to like playable characters, I actually think Moon Knight is the... I'm going to say the most obscure, but I could also probably be not understanding something recent that he has been a major part of.
He has his own book, and I think he was on one of the recent Avengers teams, but then again, so is like everybody.
Yes.
When the game launched, Rocket Raccoon I would have said was obscure, but then Guardians of the Galaxy came out and it hit big. So
Rocket is pretty rad too.
Yeah, he is. Anyway, time in a bottle.
Yes. So
come here.
Alright, so we are looking for, or at least we are helping Voyager look for the Krenim, because the, what was the story of this one? One of the first things that the Iconians told the Vadwar to do when they partnered up was to find and destroy the Krenim.
Because the Krenim can manipulate time, sort of.
Okay, that's probably what the deal is.
Yeah, there was a 2-parter in Voyager where Kurtwood Smith played one of the Krenim, who you will recognize as either the bad guy from RoboCop or the father from that 70s show. And he was going around with basically a literal retcon gun, using it to try to create his perfect timeline.
Awesome.
And it was a really interesting story because it dealt with Voyager like a whole year of Voyager getting seriously screwed up.
Oh, that... Okay.
And the thing I lament about that storyline is it was supposed to actually originally be an entire season. But it ended up just being a 2-parter because I guess they were afraid. But that would have been really badass. Especially back in like 1997 where, you know, that kind of storytelling was not super common.
That, on one hand, that could have been interesting. On the other hand, like even those 2 episodes were... Like, I find them kind of stressful.
Yeah, like, I'm assuming it would have been all dark all the time. I'm assuming just because when they made a 2-parter, they shoved all the dark into it.
Yeah, but that's a possibility. Like, it's one of those things where, like... So, yeah, like, I just... Part of it is just me, but, like, I am fine with... Like, I'm kind of fine with stories where, like, maybe the heroes don't necessarily win all the time, but it's one of those things where, like, if every time the heroes win, they get a loss which more than, like, negates their victory. Like, I just actually find that to be really personally stressful.
Yeah, I'm betting if it had actually come to pass, it would have been... And I never saw Enterprise to that extent, but I know Enterprise's 3rd season, I think, kind of had a similar thing where they had an ongoing mission, and you know the stuff. I don't think every single episode was about it, but there were consequences.
I mean, I would say that
through the season.
I would say that what is probably like the show which has done that setup would be Stargate Universe, because that
I never saw that, but yeah, that was
like that is exactly what that show ended up being. Like it.
Yeah.
Here was a bunch of people on this ship that was falling apart, like way out, like nowhere. Like they were basically out in the Delta Quadrant for all intents and purposes. No one could get to them, and they were trying to get home. And like every episode was some new shitty thing happened to everyone.
Yeah. See, the problem with that show is they were modeling it to try to make it like the new Battlestar Galactica, which had a similar dark tone. The problem being is that Stargate Universe was based on Stargate, which had two series of
that is the big problem. Like
MacGyver and snarky Canadian scientist.
Yeah, like if it was another, like if it was a brand new franchise, like okay, sure. Yeah. But yes, I agree. The fact that they tried to tie this sort of like really grim, gritty, and depressing storytelling into Stargate, the franchise that included an episode that decided to do their as part of their Groundhog Day episode, they were playing golf into the Stargate.
Yeah, I know it was the wrong franchise for it.
Yeah,
and
I've never seen the show, so it could have
been brilliant. But that is the general vibe I get.
Yeah.
Also, you should totally come aboard the station.
So we are going to negotiate with a Ferengi who has found a Krenim artifact. One thing that I should mention is that, because Cryptic has been doing 3-week cycles for all these missions, there are 3-week rewards. And this one, the reward for this week is a Chronoton split beam rifle. Looks like next week it is a Chronoton Jolt universal module. Point blank, AoE, power recharge, and speed buff to allies, debuff to foes. Ooh, actually, that looks really nice. And the last one is a temporal flux generator device. To self time shift for up to 5 seconds, while time shift to gain immunity to all damage, cannot use other abilities. That's alright. It does. Also, none of them seem to be set items, so that's kind of nice. Another interesting thing about this mission is that Frankie dance emote.
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna get our Umox on.
Alright, so let's... Wait, did it? Is this... Okay. That's weird.
What?
I did begin time in a bottle, and it's giving me, all my bridge officers.
Weird.
It didn't say it was a single-player mission, though.
No, it doesn't actually start until you get in here.
Okay.
There's a start point right over here. So I was like, come here.
Okay, I was able to start it from space, so... Oh, I see you're in the team, though, so maybe you should try...
Okay, yeah, we'll just... I'll do that. Yeah, I was actually on Drozana Station physically.
Yeah, it might have...
Again, interrupting my vacation from Ryza.
Yeah, I'm a good way into getting that ship.
I am, I believe, 64% done as of today.
Okay, I'm 58%.
You missed a day. Maybe because you're traveling across your country.
56%, yeah. It was a lot of the travel I've been doing.
So, I don't see you.
Yeah. Alright, okay. Let's
technical difficulties.
Yeah, let's beam back up to the ship.
Okay.
Because what likely happened is because since you were already on the ground...
Yeah. Okay, so I'm on Drozana Station.
Alright.
So you should come to Drozana Station.
Fine.
Then we can get drunk, then we can go save the universe.
Nah.
It's like a normal Friday night for us.
I'd rather not. Stuck.
So anyway, doing this time travel stuff is weird because I've been playing Life is Stranger for the last day.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to...
Excellent game.
I need to get around to playing that myself.
It gives me the feels. Okay, there you are.
Oh, I'm still loading in.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I was loading in.
I see you.
Okay, there we go.
Hi.
Alright.
Hi.
Okay.
Okay.
So we go here.
So right over here.
Alright, so... Okay, now,
yes,
now it's properly prompting us. Alright. Yeah, I'll break. Yep, I'll bring Nellen.
Okay, so we have science, attack, go. I'll bring Elisa Flores.
Alright.
I say her full name because that's meaningful.
Yes. Right.
Also because I'm like a character from Gundam 00. Setsuna Fusei. Okay, here we are. So we're going to basically shake down a Ferengi and see if he's got time travel artifacts.
He's apparently asking for a lot of latinum for this item.
May I help you? Wait.
He's busy. Oh, but we had an appointment.
Sorry, but Clem left me explicit instructions about this. He's a little bit delicate.
I'm saying we should negotiate.
It's on sale of a rare
Fine.
artifact. And maybe, let's see, it was something. Crane, I think? Oh, Delta Quadrant treasures are all the rage.
I mean, I know you want to threaten, but
Fights with cultures the Valkyrie wiped out
I don't like that the good option here is plead.
Cleanse me quite a bit of Latin and so on. But my instructions were very clear. No, I'm sorry, but I need this job. You can. What of course you can. Go on ahead. Plan on it.
She is very quick to just throw her former boss under the bus.
Yep.
He must be a real jerkbag.
Of course you can. You've got a starship. Well, yeah.
Plenty of room. I mean, if you don't mind the fact that we get shot every 5 seconds.
Meh. Alright. Quinn is the guy we've been dealing with before, right?
I think so.
My counterbid is letting Mecha have his way with you. Wow, okay. That totally is what's going on here.
Well, no, that's these other guys. Of course, the Ferengi don't actually fight.
Of course not, they're Ferengi.
Oh, there's more of them.
Which, again, is still kind of a funny thing when you can remember how they were originally introduced into the franchise.
Yeah, but the Season 1 TNG is just kind of like a bad fever dream.
Yep. Oh,
Just a friend of mine's been watching, and I looked through it, and I think there's maybe one good episode.
I need to, at some point, remember to go and pick up the Blu-ray remasters.
Like looking through, I think the only one I actually liked was the one with the parasite, the body horror parasites, the ones that were in the Bad War story in this game.
Yeah, Bluegills.
Oh yeah, I forgot Ron was the Grand Nagus now.
Yeah. That was a lot more...
That's pretty good entrance.
Yeah. That was a lot more logical than when, one of the advertising photos they had for this was Nog holding the Nagus' staff, and I'm like, Nog is the Nagus?
No, I know something had mentioned that Ron became the Nagus at some point. I just
Yes.
forgot.
Well, that is actually a plot thing in DS9. It is actually...
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yes, it is actually towards the end. Like, the Nagus marries their mother.
Yeah, I knew he married their mother. I just
he
didn't
is
remember
so
what
he becomes he just becomes disinterested in becoming the Nagus, so he gives it to Rom.
Yeah, I've totally forgot about that.
No? Fine. How about I answer your questions and maybe then I get to leave? The device is Krenim in origin. Specifically, it's from the Krenim Imperium.
I'm gonna cut off his ears. And given how Ferengi reproduction works, this is not a very good fate for him.
They lost some of that territory. I picked it up from a Talaxian who wanted to trade for supplies. He told me he got it from the Talaxian wasn't very clear on that. He just said, gone. As a show of good faith for the son of the Nagus, I'm willing to tell you for Science Academy to you? I don't know. It's yours now. You paid for it. You figure it out. I hope it doesn't blow up your ship.
Don't let the staff of office please give you.
Oh, Nog.
And that is, of course, Aaron Eisenberg.
Yeah.
I think we mentioned they said they were getting him back.
Yeah, we probably would have. Borrowed his dad's second best staff. That probably is why the model doesn't look quite right.
Interesting. I know Voyager encountered the Quantum during the journey, and Tuvok was looking for survivors of the Vaudouar purchase.
Alright, so this is actually probably hints about what Voyager's secret mission even was.
Quinn left without taking down the security, but fortunately I know. This isn't
And then, of course, you can ask stuff about Nog.
Like, you're the son of the Nagus?
It's true. My father is Brad Nagus I. I don't
And
know where that
then
much-
basically you can ask him about
but in this instance,
some of the events of DS9, basically.
Does he mention how he kind of used to hang out with a 1950s lounge singer? Or 60s, whatever.
Oh, you progressed.
Did I can't?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine.
Too Long Didn't Read version, go watch Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, it's really good.
Which is not really a Too Long Didn't Read, because it's like 100 hours of television, but still. You can binge that in like 2 days. 4 days.
It's good. Alright, let's investigate the device now. Is it going to give us... Yep, it gives us... Oh, waveform scanning. I was totally pushing the wrong buttons.
This is definitely Venom in origin. And Quinn was right on the age. I'm also seeing some repeating elements in the base.
So basically, are we going to figure out that time was messed with back in Voyager?
I'm going to pick this last option here.
I'll take the device back to my ship, the Chimera, and have a look while we're on the way to the
Huh.
Keanu
I think they're suggesting that Nog is using one of the veteran destroyers.
So basically, you're saying is that Nog paid for a lifetime subscription
Yes.
because he's Ferengi.
Oh, well, yeah.
He probably bought it on sale.
Alright. We'll see him in the Delta Quadrant. Speaking of, I believe lifetime subscriptions are still on sale, unless that sale has ended.
That was still on the loading screen. I think it's through Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the Chimera.
He's using that
Or Tier 6
may
Chimera,
be
probably,
the
but-
T6 version. I need to
Probably.
take a closer look because the T6 version has that same style, has that same like nice looking like the no that is a Chimera. The T6 version has the same style of nacelles as the command battle cruisers. So it's got that sort of like marbly orange front to the nacelles. Yeah, I actually remember like thinking as they were like showing off the pictures of the T6, the Manticore, I believe, how I'm actually liking how Cryptic is making like it an intentional design choice for 2410 Starfleet ships to have that style nacelle.
Yeah. It's a good visually unifying design.
Yeah, like yes, there is still like a Starfleet look to ships, but like one thing that you kind of can tell from a lot of earlier Star Trek stuff is that there is some there are some very common design choices in the way the ships are structured, and I definitely like that Cryptic is for their own unique stuff is now starting to take their own unique style, and like that look of Nacelle is a really nice look. I really like how it looks, so I'm actually kind of happy that they're doing that sort of thing.
So we were scanning, then Vaudouar decided to be jerks.
So we'll just blow them all up.
And now we can scan again.
The wreckage appears to be credible. The weapon signatures are definitely Vaudouar.
So if they actually get Kurtwood Smith to voice something in this game, I will lose my shit. He's an awesome voice actor.
Alright, so we gotta go and approach this moon.
There are more Vaudouar on an intercept course, but we may be able to avoid them.
Oh, okay. But let's try and conceal. Yeah, so I think we need to get over here in this 20 seconds.
I'm here.
Yeah,
What about you?
there we go. Okay, that's more dangerous than a bunch more Vaudouar.
I don't think those heralds detected us. Let's hope they don't come back this way.
Alright, let's...
We can take him.
Yeah, we probably could, but that was still kind of a lot of Herald ships for just the three of us.
We can take him.
Alright, so let's go.
Now we have to go take scans of that moon. Now here's my question. Is it going to turn out to be a space station?
Probably not.
No.
It wouldn't have been the first time that Star Trek Online would have done something weird like that, though.
The Vaudouar must have gotten a signal out.
Okay, well, we do have to blow up some Heralds at least.
They won't last long.
Yeah, it's just two of their cruisers. Again, though, the annoying thing is that the cruisers, I believe, still spit out the Iconian probes. So you do still need to be careful about energy draining and systems disabling. Thankfully, though, we took them out pretty fast.
Now we beam down to the moon.
Something about the Krenim was such a threat to the Vaudouar and the Iconians that they're
Okay,
still controlling
so
the Krenim systems.
our team will meet him down on the surface. I'll still take Nailin.
Yeah, I took my Kabali and Elisa.
Yeah, the command specialization ground abilities are really nice.
This doesn't make sense. There's nothing here that would cause the readings I was seeing from orbit, but there are traces of chronotron particles. I've never known chronotrons to appear naturally.
So we're
without some
detecting
sort of temporal manipulation.
signs of time travel, but nothing that would sort of indicate such a thing. So
I recommend exactly. But we need to be clear. Those patrols
we
may
better
cover this
find
over
out what's going on here.
I'm going to order the Chimera to try to avoid contact.
Because they had a retcon gun
State of temporal flux. I need to get some scans.
and got retconned out of existence. Sort of. Kind of.
Yeah, possibly. Alright, let's scan these mineral deposits.
There's a resonant frequency here that's not natural. I'm reading another anomaly ahead.
Oh god, it's this game.
Oh, what? Which one?
The dilithium mining one.
Oh.
The one I'm not very good at.
Well, that's not the dilithium mining one. That's a different one.
Oh, no, this was the...
this is the-
actually, wasn't this the Omega one?
No, this is the radiation scan if you're doing New Romulus.
These anomalies have
Oh, okay, yeah, that was
like
it.
a warp field, but not quite the same.
Either way, it was a minigame I'm not very good at.
That one's pretty easy, but yeah, it was definitely a surprise. Huh, so Naga's seen sensor readings like this in the wormhole.
Oh man, are we at the Prophets to fight the Iconians?
That would be
That would be a hilarious cop out. Just like the resolution of that storyline in DS9. I'm kidding. I actually didn't mind that. But I do know people kind of raged at that.
We need to use the device. I've been trying to activate it, and I've almost got it. Keep them busy. If I can get it working, I should be able to conceal
Alright, we'll cover Nog. Start putting down.
We don't want him to lose a leg again.
Yeah.
Here they come.
That was actually one thing that I was remembering, but I'm clearly forgetting how it was resolved in the show, because I know that there was the big subplot where he became really depressed about it, but I thought the show still ended with him missing a leg.
Well, they can make a new leg. That wasn't he had an artificial robot leg or something. I don't know if it's robot or bioengineering, but they fixed the leg. It wasn't him being depressed about losing a leg so much as PTSD.
Right. Yeah.
And that was the episode where he was just hanging out in the lounge.
Yes.
The holodeck lounge.
Yeah.
And he was over it by the end of the episode, but yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, it's Star Trek. Them being able to fix a missing limb is not that surprising to me.
I mean, when you
given
remember that
world,
one of the early TNG episodes was they were giving Picard a new heart.
Yeah, that was actually it wasn't an earlier one. That was season 2.
Yeah,
it just came up again later. But yeah, given that we're not robotic limbs are not out of the realm of possibility of the real world anymore.
Yeah,
it doesn't surprise me that is a thing in Star Trek. Compared to, creating food from pure energy.
Well, it's technically not from pure energy.
From molecules.
Yeah, technically speaking, the way the replicator works is that it has a lot of matter in base forms, and then the system just restructures the matter into the appropriate matrices.
Yeah, or transporters or something.
Yeah, transporters are more more nonsensical. Oh, Nog.
Whoops.
Oh, let's just get rid of the rest of these heralds. And then worry about where Nog went. Honestly...
He hit 88 miles an hour, man.
The device did exactly what it was supposed to do. It's just that it didn't... It targeted only Nog instead of all of us. Alright, well, I guess we're now going to run up this way.
More dudes.
We are, I guess, falling back by moving forward.
We're trying to get a better position.
Yeah, we're getting to another defensive posture. Oh, I guess some of our bridge officers are shooting at something behind us.
Mm-hmm. Why'd that Herald have Cardassian yamok sauce? That's curious.
Why not?
Maybe it likes Cardassian food.
Yeah. You never know when you'll need some yamok sauce.
I'm just going to assume it's barbecue sauce because that would be hilarious. Actually, that does remind me of a goofy thing in Babylon 5. where it was revealed that basically every single species in the in that galaxy, I should say, had a dish that tastes exactly like Swedish meatballs. Babylon 5 was really, really good with that type of little goofy stuff.
Okay, that's interesting.
If you'll forgive the pun, I managed to fly us sometimes.
I would be surprised if he literally bought the time to.
It's taken me some time to convince the friends to help us, but they finally agreed. Remember how I said the device can remove someone from the time stream? It did. That's where we are now, in the temporal bubbles. And how
And not existing is an improvement.
different than outside.
We exist. We're just,
I think that's a good thing.
you know,
The Krenomar, they're a little touchy. Almost being driven to extinction by the Vaudouar has made them suspicious. They're willing.
Yeah, we should.
he's got a point.
Yeah, that would probably not be
I've
good.
had some time to observe you and Captain Nog, and your actions make it clear that you are no friend of the Vaudouar or the Heralds. This does
Yeah,
not
you know, I could see how they're not that keen to help outsiders.
The Krenom have lost much. For Empire, you have already repaired some of our emitters that were damaged by the attack. But there is more yet to do. Should our temporal equipment, more of our emitters must be realigned. And there are other pieces of equipment
Right,
my
so
people are
let's-
already working to repair.
Alright, we'll help them repair their temporal technology. Is there... Okay, it doesn't look like this is a career-based one. They haven't done many career-based objectives lately, have they?
I'm trying to remember the last time I saw that.
It was the last featured episode before they started doing like what they've been doing lately.
Got it. Thanks. Something is putting too much stress on
It's like I know some of the Romulan missions did it.
I'm not sure what it is, but we don't have enough spare parts to keep rebuilding this.
I want to say
transceiver.
yes.
Grab a tricorder and run a level 3 diagnostic.
So fix the thingy.
Fix the thingy.
We can ask Nog for help.
You need to scan for microfractures.
Scan. Okay. So formulate an epoxy, repair the microfractures. Alright. So it's basically the same kind of repair mini game, quote unquote, that we see elsewhere in the game. Which, you know what? I'm fine with that.
Basically, make glue, fix model kit.
Well, that one, yeah. Who knows what the next
That
one will
one
be?
is.
But like, it's basically the same idea of, hey, here's a thing that's wrong. Just here are the steps in the right. Just do them in the right order.
Use your brain matter.
Your fight overloaded some of the power couplings we use to moderate the
I
temporal
wonder if people
flow.
age well in here.
Had a contained space like the technology. The temporal technology was
We're
developed
going to
by
ask about
scientists named
who
Iconians.
made their temporal technology.
Even to us. No, he was a ship
If
commander
it's
in the
like this guy, you can ask him about who made the temporal technology.
Okay,
Oh,
now
so now this one's just a waveform minigame. And one more.
The temporal compensators are out of alignment. They help keep us at a stable point in the timeline.
I've mentioned that
The Imperium was at
their
its peak
Imperium
in the
doesn't have a whole lot of
22nd century.
resources.
At that time, it controlled more than 900 planets. The temporal compensators are out.
Alright, so.
That's a pretty big empire.
Yeah.
900 planets.
Okay, out of alignment. Okay, So it probably this. Oh nope, that's right. No.
You should realign the matrix.
Alright, so realign the crystals, disconnect the buffer, reconnect the buffer. Okay.
I'll put the next location on your chart here.
Unplug it and plug it back in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Always works.
Yep, pretty much. See, I figured that you needed to disconnect the buffer, realign the crystals, and reconnect it. Like, that actually seemed kind of a logical step, but no.
Because, anytime you mess with your computer, the first thing you should do is make sure there's no power coming to it.
Yep.
Lest you electrocute yourself.
Yep.
You've shown you're willing to help. Now, we have Amarax's plans, but not the interest.
The heralds are trying to get
The
into
repair should be enough.
this time phase, which actually shouldn't necessarily be something that the heralds are able to do.
Or is that the same one that lost an arm last time?
I'm gonna say, like, I do not believe so, because that one has an arm.
Yeah, but again, they're like godlike.
No, this,
Okay, no.
yeah, there's. This is also a lot of Iconians. Someone's a little upset.
Yeah. After my hand, though, he's very dramatic. I think some jerks kind of stole that thing from you.
Yeah. Well then, that's an interesting revelation.
There were Iconians right in front of us and nothing. They had no idea we were here. We were coming.
The only protection left tonight is our ability to manipulate time. But it is something we must do with great care. Even the most my people and I have made Anorax's theories of temporal manipulation our lives' work. In at least one temporal variant, his ship made the Krenim Imperium the undisputed masters of this region.
So they want to remake a time-altering ship.
Krenim time ship confirmed for next lockbox prize.
Actually, if they're going to make it a plot thing, I would expect it to kind of be like the next, like anniversary ship. But I will admit though that when they started talking about the Krenim forces, I was actually sort of thinking like, oh, Krenim is probably going to be the next lockbox. But like, if they're gonna, if a Krenim time ship is going to be a major part of the upcoming story, I imagine it's probably, if we are going to be flying it permanently, it is probably going to be like the next one you need to grind stuff for.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Eliminated the Vaudois threat before it even began. The Vaudois' assault on the
I doubt it'll be the winter ship.
Yeah, probably. I mean, hey, Q giving you a time ship?
Yeah, but from a plot, like, here, we have to work hard to build a time ship, then Q going, hey, you want a time ship?
Yeah.
Snap fingers.
Yeah.
Which also begs the question of why Q can't just fix the Iconians for us, but that's just because he doesn't want to.
I mean, Q is an asshole, so...
Yes, we removed ourselves from the time stream to stay alive. With your help.
Yeah, like, if there's going to be a major plot thing to... Yeah, I could see them waiting until, like, next February to do it as the anniversary ship, just like they did the Cavalli ship. But at the same time, like, considering when we're when in the year we're dealing with right now, that is kind of a long time to be extending this plot point. That said, though, like, I would actually probably be fine with that.
Random colony that survived the Vaudois? One that has temporal technology that even the Iconians can't counter? A weaponized time ship that can erase entire civilizations like they
And
never
there's probably a lot of
This could change
time,
the entire war.
so to speak, available to sort of go over how a time ship is a very bad idea.
So there's this anime called Eureka 7 Astral Ocean, where the main character gets a literal retcon gun, and yeah, kind of things go wacky. Also, I'm one of, like, only 5 human beings on the planet who likes that anime, but
Oh, you.
but like he makes it so, like, he never met some people. So we won.
Yeah.
That's the end of that episode. That's a nice upturn of we are not totally screwed anymore.
Alright, I'm gonna pick up this Chronoton split beam rifle.
We also get a probably a Krenum duty officer.
Yeah,
too.
I'm gonna take a look at this duty officer info. No, it's a Ferengi.
Also works.
Yeah, a
Training
trader. Oh, wow.
Grants gold plus platinum on defeating nearby enemies. That's pretty amazing.
Wow, okay. Peace is good for business. Okay.
That is one of the rules of acquisition.
Yeah, that...
Right after war is good for business.
I should probably actually put him on my ground duty. Because getting some more latinum is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, she's got the Kabali rifle. She's got the Romulan plasma. Yeah, we'll give her the Chronoton rifle. Why not?
Yeah, I don't know what I'll do with that weapon just yet, but I'll hold on to it. It's got an interesting buff. Also, Cryptic had mentioned that the Chronoton split beam rifle, if you are doing this mission at below level 50, maybe it's below level 60, it'll spawn as
Goes
lower than
50.
Mark 12, but it will be freely upgradable to Mark 12 once you reach max level. It's just that upgrading it past Mark 12 will require the normal infusion of upgrade materials.
Yeah, it's a nice.
Yeah, it's
little thing.
it's a nice. To be honest, like them doing this is not like it's costing them anything, so to speak, because players would just replay the mission and get a Mark 12 version anyway. So they're basically just officiating the fact that you can get the Mark 12 version for free just by running the mission again at a higher level. So
Yeah.
they might, like, why make a big deal about requiring people to pay to upgrade? Like, not even just necessarily pay, but to spend resources on upgrading the weapon when they can just get the Mark 12 version for free.
And of course, in this case, the resource is time.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm going back from vacation. Bye.
Okay.
Save the world.
Yeah, so that will be it for us for this week. Next week, I guess, unless something else comes up, but I don't think anything will, we will go and do...
Surprise! Another featured episode.
Oh, no! Yeah,
I don't think so.
probably not. So next week...
Surfing.
Next week we will go and do the Undying Space Battleground. But I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye, everyone.